Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Peace, everybody. Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We're back with another video. All right, man. So, Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson. This been a big talk between them two because, after Ryan Garcia just defeated Mario Barrios, becoming the new WBC welterweight champion of the world, he called out Shakur Stevenson. He said that, he going to fight him next. And Shakur Stevenson agreed. It was down. And then there was a talks about a catch weight at 144. So they agreed to fight at 144, which Shakur said cool, because he said that he's not ready to come up to 147 just yet. So he would have to build up to it. So 144 would be the catch weight. And Ryan Garcia and them said, all right, cool, we can do that. But now it seems that Ryan Garcia got to change your heart. He said, no, we're not doing the catch weight. Actually, I want to come down to 140 and fight you for your title, for your Ring Magazine belt that you just beat Teofimo Lopez for. So Shakur Stevenson said, bet, like, now you're speaking my language. Like, we can do that. And I'm just like, huh? Like, I thought the whole reason why you moved up is because you couldn't make weight anymore. Like, he couldn't make weight with the Devin Haney fight. And now he want to fight Shakur Stevenson at 140. And he just became the 147 champion. It doesn't make any sense to me. But Ryan Garcia's response is, if I'm focused, then I can make any weight. Those are his words. So I'm guessing he's trying to say that the times that he couldn't make weight, that he wasn't focused. And you can argue with that. I remember my first professional bout, I didn't make weight. I was overweight like a mug. And I had to run outside for an hour and come back in and weigh in again. And although I did get down, but I still was about 2 pounds over. So the fight was still made, but I had to give up some of my purse to the other opponent. Like, that's just the name of the game. But Ryan Garcia, he's saying that he can make weight. He's focused now. I'm focused, baby. So listen, if he do that, I think that plays right into Shakur Stevenson's hands. Like, if Ryan Garcia comes down to 140 and fight Shakur Stevenson for his Ring Magazine title, then I got Shakur Stevenson beating that fight. Like, I really do. And I still think it would be good. I think it would be competitive. Shoot, it might actually be a little bit more competitive than what Teofimo Lopez did. Like, because I really don't know what the hell that fight was about. Like, I just knew Teofimo Lopez was going to give Shakur Stevenson fits. I thought Shakur Stevenson was going to win that fight, but you couldn't tell me before that fight that Teofimo was going to make it look ugly for Shakur. He didn't. Shoot, the Zepeda fight was better than what Teofimo Lopez did. Shoot, De Los Santos fight was better than what Shakur Stevenson did. So I really don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it was fixed, like Tio said. But this whole Ryan coming down to 140 again to fight Shakur for his belt. Listen, we can make it happen. Like, I'm all for it. I would love to see that fight. I just think that, he's given more leeway to Shakur. He's given the cards to Shakur now. So maybe he sees something, but maybe he sees something in Shakur that gives him that. Maybe he looking at Shakur like, he's pillow fisted. that he can't hurt nobody. He can't bust a walnut. So I'll go down there and fight him, even if I am a little depleted, because it's not like he's gonna stop me. It's not like he's gonna hurt me. Maybe he's thinking that, and if he's thinking that, I think that's the wrong way to think, because he don't have to be a knockout puncher. He don't have to be one of them one punch one punch knockout guys that get you out of there. Shakur Stevenson, he beat you up throughout the duration of the fight. And to be honest with you, I think that's worse, because you can easily get into a fight and get knocked out. You don't see a punch coming or whatever. Somebody hits you with a good shot and you get knocked out. That's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's better than getting beat up the whole 12 round, because that's where the whole damage and stuff come in. Think about when Shakur first moved up to 135 and he fought Yoshino, the Japanese dude. If y'all go back and watch that fight, because that fight is still on YouTube. Timothy Bradley was one of the people calling that fight, and he said that, Shakur beating you up throughout the rounds is worse because, it takes wears and tears on your body. And at that point, you got to start thinking about, maybe throwing in the towel at the corner, because, brain bleeds and brain damage and stuff like that. Like, that's the stuff that, have effects on you years on after you're done with boxing, because you just got beat up, you got lingered on, versus just a one punch knockout. So if that's what you want to do, cool. Like I said, I'm for that. I just think that it would be a huge detriment if he did agree to that. But I'm still going to watch it. I still think it's going to be a good fight. I still think that it would be competitive for about 3 or 4 rounds, maybe 5. And then in the middle rounds, I think Shakur Stevenson going to, download everything he need to know about Ryan Garcia. And he just going to pick him apart from there. And he might actually stop him late or drop him, because Ryan just going to be that depleted. But maybe Ryan want that, because if that does happen, then he can just, easily blame it on, well, I was weight drained. I wasn't my full self. Kind of like, remember back in the day when Chad Dawson had called out Andre Ward, when Andre Ward just beat the Super Six and beat anybody, and he was getting real big. Chad Dawson, he was the man at light heavyweight at 175. He was the champion up there. And he actually called out Andre Ward. He said that he would go down to 168 and fight Ward. Ward said, cool, let's make it happen. They made it happen. Ward ended up stopping Chad Dawson in that fight. He made him look silly. He dropped him a couple times. He ended up stopping him. And then after the fight, Chad Dawson was blaming it on the weight. So maybe that's what Ryan planning to do, because he seemed like the type who would do that. But, we just going to have to wait and see. But if they do make the fight happen, I'm going to watch it. That's for sure, for sure. So let's make these fights happen, and then may the best man win. But it is what it is. That's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.